Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the clips of the live stream that happened this weekend. The link to the full-length stream will be in the description, as well as the link to the original story. I have clipped these sections together to make the best time possible for the videos, between 10 and 15 minutes. So, if there is more than one story in this video, they may not have sequentially happened in the stream. But anyways, hope to see you guys in the next stream. If not, don't worry, there'll be more clips next week. There are also ways to support the channel down below if you so choose to do so. And if you could do all the YouTube gumph for this video to help it in the algorithm, it would be very much appreciated. Anyways, on to the live sci-fi. Please note that the only editing I've done to these clips has been to clip them and boost the audio for better listening. And as always, I hope that you enjoy. Next. Story number 4. A Dark and Stormy Night. Written by You Sure I'm Not a Robot. The first time the council met mankind. A dark and stormy night. It's very much the length of the stories. I try to aim between 10 and 15 minutes for one-shots. So I either do 1 or 2 to get up to the 15-minute mark. But a 3-minute story is very weird length. Normally you do like a 2 7-minute stories or a 10-minute and a 5-minute. So it's more in the planning of why I'm not using them. I just need to plan better. But now we have the stream for this. So there's a place for them. Alright, a dark and stormy night. Councillor Apak Tawell examined the findings. This is a sentient species, tool users, the council drone replied. Excellence, this species fulfill all criteria for membership, except one. They exceed the aggression threshold by a factor of 10. They are apex predator species in a world full of predators. The Science Directorate recommend against contact. Fine, leave it for a while. I'll send in an examiner. Thank you, Excellency. Council Examination Directorate. Director Simak Tawell. We are tasked with infiltrating Sol 3, also known as Terra. Amongst other things, we estimate they will reach council borders within the next few cycles. Science is not optimistic. We need to discover their true nature. Examiner Smote looked at the report with jaundiced eyes. I will need to take a few samples. If they are aggressive as the science director thinks, they may serve as a useful addition to our military. Gildara Island, 1178 CE. Sir Ornately de Burgh was making his way to home. His horse was tired as he was. He had sent his retainers ahead to prepare hot food and begin warming his rooms. Chasing the stubborn Irish chiefs off his new lands was a tiresome and dangerous task. The night was closing in around him. The early October evening drew shadows around him, nearly home. Without warning, 4 figures stood in his path. One raised a sword towards him. O'Natally cursed, reaching for his weapon and spurring his mount, shouting, "Ambushing scum!" Then a light. Then darkness. The examiner smote. Our subject has attacked the team immediately. Unfortunately, I must report the death of Examiner Harrison. An animal the subject was using struck him fatally. The report could never carry the terror when the huge beast had reared up and shattered Harissam's skull. They trained their animals to kill. Subsequent study showed that the animal was a herbivore, a prey species. What kind of world was this? The subject is high status, military, and male. We await his recovery with interest. Sir Natalie woke up in a darkened room. His limbs were free, no sign of his armor or weapons. "Tell your lord that I am awake. I am a knight of William the Bastard. Show yourselves and demand your ransom." There was no reply from the dark. He began searching the room. Strangely built furniture contained nothing. The walls were plastered as if it were by an Italian, smooth and warm to the touch. The door had no handle, obvious only by its position. He began pounding on it. He was quite surprised when it fell from its frame. A hallway revealed itself, lit in some strange way from the ceiling. Perhaps some remnant of the Romans, he thought. I am far from Kadara, if that's the case. Another doorway. It opened before he reached it. Sir Natalie tensed, waiting for the servitor to announce him. Nothing. He looked within. Some strange race was examining his gear. His sword, his armor, all laid out. Strange machines examined it. His tutors had spoken of horse-headed people in the far eastern islands, one-legged giants in the Africas. These tall, skinny people were obviously from there. They were masked, wearing white gowns, some form of monk, perhaps. Beside the door lay the javelins that he had taken from an unlucky Irish horseman. Not his first choice of weapon, but it sufficed. He had given no parole. Examiner smote. "Report! Excellence, the subject will be regaining consciousness soon. Would you like to attend?" "No, send me the reports as they arrive. Tell the science team to give me an accurate analysis of the subject's weapons." "Of course, Excellence." The first spear went through whatever was studying his sword. The second went through the one overlooking his mail coat. He quickly regained his sword, using it to decapitate the lost creature. Pausing to put on his armor, Sir Natalie went to battle. "Excellence, the science team have stopped reporting. Send in security, find out what is happening. Execute the subject if necessary." The security team was confident. One combatant, no weapons, recently awoken. This was going to be easy. Sir Natalie moved from room to room. The opposition was pathetic. Whoever had captured him was obviously an idiot. Their servants fell unguarded. The security team moved to the science department. They began finding the bodies. A trail of corpses led to the commanding center. A dark figure stood in the center of the room. Blood littered the floor. Body parts scattered throughout the bridge. Sir Natalie stood in the middle of the carnage that he had created. Suddenly, a group of knights appeared at the door. Finally, perhaps they held the keys. He charged. The security team opened fire. Plasma hit his armor. He felt the heat as he swung his sword. Panic set in. This thing kept coming. Shots should cripple, did nothing. Killing shots sank into his primitive armor without a trace. Then its blade swung at them. In the end, Sir Natalie simply hacked his way out. No door was strong enough to stop him. Even the walls were weak. Once he reached the outside, he recognized the land. He was home. He returned with his men and burned everything. Examiner smote. "Following the loss of all staff in this project, we have declared the system off limits permanently. All records are sealed." End of story. We've got some music. Here we go. This is also a decent test to see how my voice is handling after recuperating. So that's a good thing. Balho, I haven't done any SCP stuff. I've listened to some YouTube videos about them, but I haven't read any of it. I do know that there was a big copyright case with Russians or something, where somebody stole all the whole website, basically, uploaded it onto Russian servers and claimed Russian copyright on it. That was a while ago, I think. Why need a key when you can punch your way out? All of a sudden, quiet music. It's supposed to be playlist. It's supposed to be my companion here. It's supposed to be helping me out. There we go. So that I can have a little break to drink between stories. It's supposed to be amusing playlist. Anybody who watches my streams during the night knows playlist is the worst possible co-host. That it does, Sapphire, but these things happen. One person ruins it for a lot of others. And that, my friends, ends this clip of the live stream from the weekend. I hope that you enjoyed. As always, relevant links are down below in the description, and the rest of the videos will be released throughout the week. I hope to see you in the next stream this Saturday at 1700 GMT. And I hope that you have a fantastic one until then, and I will see you all in the next video. Cheers.